neutral. Here is everything we know. I'm Margie Mays, and this is your 24/7 Celebrity News. Okay, so last time we checked in with Josh about the Nessa, Mads, Jaden, Hossler drama, he said he was going to handle this offline. Well, time's up because he's speaking on his BFFs podcast about it, and he's very calm, cool, and collected, and overall thinks that none of the Nessa and Jaden relationship was malicious. He said that a bunch of mistakes were made by all parties, himself included, and at the end of the day, he said, quote, 2 people, well, 4 just got their hearts broken and some shit in their lives, and it's really affecting them. However, we also watched him get completely blindsided by a lot of the Jaden Nessa info in real time on the BFFs pod, and it's hard to believe that he can keep staying so neutral. Let's jump into all of the dirty details. We broke down the entire episode for you. Here's what Josh thinks about the Nessa and Jaden new relationship, and also what he literally never saw coming. So, what did Josh know about Nessa and Jaden being together, and when did he know? Last time Josh was on BFF's pod and said that Mads was lying and she was crazy, he really had no idea that Nessa and Jaden were a thing. So he said Mads was crazy, which then led to her getting totally roasted. Everyone agreed that Mads was owed an apology while they were on the podcast last night, but Josh did say, quote, at the same time, it didn't have to be put to social media right away. The 4 of them hadn't even figured it out between the 4 of them when she posted the Savage TikTok that's had the Better Than Revenge Taylor Swift song in the background, and we all know it. It's infamous at this point. Josh also cleared up the timeline of when Nessa and Jaden got together, and it was after he broke up with Nessa. When asked if there was any wrongdoing at all, he seemed a little bit conflicted, but still not angry. His words were, quote, I don't think anything they did was malicious to me. The thing is, we're all 19-year-olds. We're all young as F, just trying to figure things out. This is a part of life. This is what happens. I made a bunch of mistakes in my relationship with Nessa. I wasn't the greatest stand-up guy in the world. He just hates seeing it turn into teams, he said. He doesn't want it to become a game of, quote, shitting on each other with games and hashtags and wars. So he was just super mature way of looking at it. Almost too mature if you ask me. Don't you just want to get mad every once in a while? I don't know. But he did not seem to want to, and nobody could really believe it, but there's more. Let's keep going. We also learned Josh really actually just seems to be moving on from it, and he wishes Jada and Nessa the best. Well, that was not where Dave Portnoy was going to stop. He had a lot to say on this whole situation. He pointed out, though, a lot of Jaden's actions, and they were a little bit ironic, we'll say. So Jaden kept saying to the public, quote, we're trying to keep this private. And yet they kept getting spotted, mind you, this is Nessa and Jaden, they kept getting spotted out together in public with the paparazzi, catching them making out over and over again in public. In Dave's mind, there was nothing private or respectful about that. There's just a better way to do it, he thought. He does not feel like a real friend to Josh would flaunt his new relationship with Josh's ex so publicly. Josh didn't make Nessa or Jaden the enemy, still. If anything, he kind of blamed Mads for the situation, saying that none of them really got a chance to handle it privately because Mads instantly threw it on social media first with her Better Than Revenge TikTok. We've all seen it. If you hadn't, you better go check it out after this live. Another thing that happened, Josh had literally no idea that Jaden and Nessa were official until they were filming the podcast. You have to watch. It was wild, but I'll tell you about it right now. So Griffin Johnson was also there because he wanted to weigh in. And what he couldn't really get over was how could they become a couple within and be official in 2 weeks' time? And then Dave brought up the fact that there were videos of them making out. And so Josh, this is when we realized Josh did not have the full story. Josh said, quote, wait, I thought he was just kissing her on the forehead. And Dave said, nope, full makeout. And then you can watch Josh is totally surprised. He literally has to take his breath and says, quote, oh, that's shitty. That is pretty shitty to find out. Within millions of viewers within this first night watching this podcast. Okay, Dave Portnoy also brought up some good questions about whether Jaden really is a good friend to Josh and if he started dating his ex. If he started dating his ex. Dave also questions if the relationship between Jaden and Nessa is really real at all, since it all did come out so quickly and now it's so serious. But Josh remained neutral. Again, more Switzerland, Josh, Switzerland, Canada. We've seen it. We get it. Josh, you're neutral. And he really saw their side and said he would probably have done the same. Once a relationship bursts out into the public so aggressively like it did with the Better Than Revenge TikTok, he said you might as well just flaunt it and let it be out there, which is exactly what Jaden and Nessa are doing. Okay, we also found out that Jaden completely made up the fact that Josh blocked him on social media. Josh never did this. what happened was that his phone was actually dead when a lot of this craziness started going down. So I guess Jaden and Nessa as well were texting Josh, and the texts were coming in as green, so they misinterpreted this and thought that he blocked them. Nope, turns out he didn't. He's really trying to stay out of it. Yet again, waving the white flag. Does that mean neutral? I hope it does, because that's what I mean. As for where's Josh and Jaden's friendship stands, Josh really hesitated on that question, and he said it's a really hard question to answer. He said it's hard as F to say, because that's just, it's hard to say F you, because that's just not true. But it's also not true to say, yeah, I'm so happy with them. So he's confused on how to feel about it. We want to know how you feel about that. Put that in the comments. I cannot wait to chat with you about it. But overall, Josh just seemed really caught off guard and out of the loop with a lot of the details on the situation because, yeah, he's trying to stay off his phone and out of the drama. He said, I just don't care. I mean, I think he probably cares, but to me, that sounds like a defense mechanism. But whatever's working is working for him. He's got to protect himself because this is obviously really emotional. At the end of the episode, Josh tweeted a summary to his fans of this 45-minute episode saying, quote, if you take anything from the new BFFs pod, it's that, 1, Jaden and Ness were 0% malicious, never should have been brought to public. Assumptions and accusations need to stop. Lies and hate is sent to people who don't deserve it. I'm not perfect either, and let us move on and handle offline. Whoa! Fans on Twitter have mixed feelings on this. Some people think it's mature how he's reacting, saying things like, you're so mature for this, Josh, but please remember to take care of yourself first. You are in no way in the wrong, and we're all here for you. Then others had more thoughts to say on the issue, and they did not agree that this was 0% malicious. One comment read, quote, if you want to think Jaden specifically telling Mads not to say anything to you in the beginning was not malicious, then you go ahead, Josh. What Jaden and Nessa did was just disrespectful. Bro/girl code or not, it's just flat out rude and so hurtful. Others kind of thought he was a bit inconsistent, saying, quote, but Chase kisses Ness and you're out for blood, but it's cool if your best friend dates her. Zero respect for you still when they're out kissing for paparazzi. You're too nice. Okay, guys, what do you think? We're going to the comments. I cannot wait to read this stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay, first thing I see, Nessa is a snake. Oh, no. We are going in the comments. This is so exciting. But, you know, we're staying neutral here. Switzerland, right? Okay, just like Josh. Okay, Nessa is a snake on repeat. I'm getting that a lot. Josh is Mahomes. Wow, okay. Negan says it's all on Jaden. How do you guys feel about that? Put that in the comments because I am kind of curious. I do feel like, should I not say this? But if there's somebody to blame, the way I'm seeing it, and let me tell you guys, yesterday I literally wrote out a map of all these relationships. I was like, this person was this person, this person, this person. What is going on? And it's a crazy web, but I do kind of feel like Jaden was the one that was having the most secrets. Oh, wow. Nessa is a snake again. Nessa is toxic. You guys are incredible. Okay, wow, it's so hard to read. The comments are flying in. Nessa hooked up with Chase. Yes, she did. Oh, she did. Okay, hold on. Wow, Nessa is toxic. Guys, I'm living for this. Nessa is toxic. Wow. How do we even read it? I love you all. Okay, we love you too. Stan Josh, she is perfect. I feel like it was Jaden and Nessa. I am the only one who thinks Jaden and Nessa is such a weird couple. That is a fun comment, Peachy Bubbles. Oh, it just isn't right from Juliet's journey. It's no one's fault, Amisha. That's a good point. I will say, I think watching all of this stuff, listening to the podcasts, it really is like, you guys, these kids, and this is what Josh was trying to say, they're 19 years old. What were you doing when you're 19? Or maybe you're not even 19 yet, but you're probably going crazy. You know what I mean? Me too. Okay, wait, it's not Matt's fault. Josh's friend took it to Twitter and made it public when Josh wanted to keep it private. That's hypocritical. It's Nessa and Jaden's fault. We're getting a lot of it's Nessa and Jaden's fault, if anyone's. Okay, she always victimizes herself. I assume that's talking about Nessa. Oh my gosh. Nessa is toxic, is really, I will say let's give everyone the benefit of the doubt here. One thing we will always know about social media stuff is you are not going to see everybody's side all the time. When you're going to watch this BFFs podcast, Nessa doesn't have the opportunity to talk. So, you know what? It would be really interesting to have her get on somewhere. Okay, wait. Wow, you guys are amazing. Guys, dislike it. No, she's not. Let's sympathize with Mads. Poor Mad. We're getting a lot of poor Mad. I totally feel that. I do really sympathize with her. Nessa always blames things on people. Josh is a goat. I don't know why Nessa's so stupid. Snake. Whoa. Nessa is perfect. Whoa. Team Josh. She's cheated and tried blaming Josh and Mads. Okay, true. That did happen. Check out for one of our stories coming up soon about that, about the hookup with Lil Huddy. It is wild. I feel so sorry for Josh and Mads. Poor Mad. Yeah, I did really feel bad for Mad when I watched her on the Call Her Daddy podcast. I felt so bad for her. We don't know Nessa's Jaden's side. True. I would like to hear them speak out. Can we bring them on a podcast somewhere? That would be the tea. That would be the tea I want to see. Oh, that rhymed. Okay, Mad's got a nose job, so she's going to look bomb. So true. I was curious about that as well. It's like all of this was too much for her, and she's like, screw it. I'm going to get a new nose and be hotter than ever and come back like a bad biatch. That's what I was seeing from her. Love it. Living for it. You guys are amazing in these comments. Oh, I love you. Okay. Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Josh needs to date Mads. Nessa and Jaden like each other. Let it be probably a distraction. Oh, what do we think it's a distraction from? Nessa always plays the victim. Oh, love you, Mads. I always support you. Oh my gosh. Nessa always plays the victim. We're getting a lot of that going on. Snake.com going on. It's Jaden's manager's fault. Huh. You know what? There was a piece of the story with Jaden's manager, and we just don't know all the sides on that, you guys, okay? Let's see what else you're saying. Not victims. What's your opinion about this? They gonna break up. Just, you know what? Okay, I like this comment from London. This is just regular high school drama in front of millions of people. Boom, baby. I think that is the best way to put it. This stuff happens in high schools left and right all the time, but these kids have 11 million, 50 million, so many people watching their lives just in such minute detail that it's like, this is hard. This is really hard. So I definitely give credit to all four of them. It's not easy navigating this situation, and honestly, I would probably want to stay quiet too, but also I get it because it's so emotional. You want to speak out and go, ah, and go crazy. Okay, Nessa isn't going to talk because she knows it's wrong. Team Mads and Nessa keep acting like a victim. Let people be happy. Team Josh and Mads. I really want to hear how Nessa and Jaden defend themselves. Nessa playing victim again. I feel like it's forced. Oh, that's interesting. That was a point that Dave kept pointing out on the BFFs podcast. He was like, I feel like, why is this moving so quickly? And he was thinking maybe it's because the song came out, which, you know, is great publicity for their song. Josh is handling it so well. But what I really liked is that everybody is supportive of the music of each other. That is cute. I live for that. Loving it so much. Okay, you guys are amazing with these comments. I feel like it's forced. Kylie says that again. Okay, somebody called I really want a golden retriever is on here, and I'm living for your name. And you said it's so sad that this is a pretty normal situation that happens like all the time, but since they have a big following, it's all so big. That is so true. Golden retriever. I hope you get a golden retriever. Josh is handling it so maturely. Honestly, he is. Like whoever raised him should be very proud. He did say like the one person he's really talking to right now is his parents. He talked to them once. Otherwise, he's like basically saying he threw his phone away. He's like, I don't want to deal with this right now. They chose this life, though. Yeah, Mads was wrong for making it public, but they're influencers. This was going to get out eventually, whether it was paparazzi or one of them. Wow, I'm living for this. Okay, Nessa is literally narcissistic. Do y'all not remember when she told Jaden and Josh Keogh was flirty with her? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Angel, I see what you said there. Wow. Okay, to more. Let's see. Okay, wow, you guys are amazing. Are you having fun? All right, are you ready? Should we go to our quiz? What'd you say? Do the story again. The story, like rereading it? All right, we're going back to the story, you guys. So let's talk a little more about what is going on with Josh and the Nessa and Jaden. Have you heard this story? Are you just popping in for the first time? We've got so many people because Josh finally reacted to Nessa Barrett and Jaden Hossler's newly announced relationship on his BFFs pod, and he literally is acting like Switzerland and just staying completely neutral. I've never seen a man more calm, cool, and collected, even though I know that Mads said in the Call Her Daddy podcast that he threw a ring light when he found this out in real time. Anyway, you want to hear what's going on? I'm Margie Mays, and this is your 24/7 celebrity news. So last time we checked in with Josh about Nessa, Mads, Jaden situation, he said he was going to handle this offline. Well, now he's online, you guys, and he is spilling the beans on how he feels, and it's pretty dang calm for what's going on, for all of this drama. Well, okay, time's up. He's speaking on it, the BFFs pod. He said that he feels Nessa and Jaden's relationship was 0% malicious. He feels like this is just so mature of him. He's like, I've made a bunch of mistakes that were made by all parties, himself included. At the end of the day, he said 2 people, well, 3 people, 4, just got their hearts broken and some shit in their lives, and it's really affecting them. And we also watched him get completely blindsided by a lot of the Jaden Nessa info in real time on the BFFs pod, and it's hard to believe he's staying so neutral. How are you doing it? Give me some life advice, Josh. You could start like a whole mental health wellness thing because you are calm, cool, and collected in a crazy situation. All right, we broke down the details of the episode for you. Here's what Josh thinks about Nessa and Jaden's new relationship and literally what he never saw coming, and we watched it hit his face when he found out that they were officially together and making out on the paparazzi cameras, and it was wild. Okay, so what did Josh know about Jaden and Nessa being together, and when did he know? Last time Josh was on BFF's pod, he said that Mads was lying and was crazy about Nessa and Jaden being together because he literally had no idea they were a thing. Well, it turns out Mads' intuition was completely right when she posted that Better Than Revenge infamous TikTok. Yep, they really were together. She knew it all along. Get it, Mads. Okay, but what Josh did say was, quote, at the same time, it didn't have to be put on social media right away. That was his biggest point, and the only person he really ever pointed a finger at in this whole scenario really was Mads, just being like, she's the one that put it to the millions of the fans. So I do get the perspective. Otherwise, he stayed very, very, very neutral. He cleared up, Josh also cleared up the timeline of when Nessa and Jaden got together. And it really was, he's very adamant that it was after he broke up with Nessa. When he asked if there was any wrongdoing at all, he does seem a little conflicted. Like if you watch it, you can really see him kind of playing with his hair and looking down, looking for the right thing to say. But I never saw any anger on his face, which is great. His words were, quote, I don't think anything they did was malicious to me. The thing is, we're all 19-year-olds. We're all young as F, just trying to figure things out. This is a part of life. This is what happens. I made a bunch of mistakes in my relationship with Nessa. I wasn't the greatest stand-up guy in the world. And what he really hates is that it's turning into sides. It's team this, team that. Every time he goes on his phone, it's just all him, all his own romantic drama, and that honestly stinks. He's basically put his phone away. He's not talking to anybody. He only responds to basically the people that were in the room of the BFFs podcast, including Griffin, and he talked to his parents once. That is it. That's how he's coping. We also learned, apparently that is funny, but I get it, We also learned Josh really seems to be moving on from it. He wishes them the best, which kind of makes me think, is that true? I mean, if he was really in love with Nessa, he's got to be hurting. Maybe he'll react to this later. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes crazy stuff happens to you and it's just there's so many people watching that you kind of go into shock. Is that perhaps what's going on? That would be a cool theory. I want to know what you think about that. However, Dave Portnoy, who is not involved personally in the situation, he was pointing out a lot of irony in Jaden's actions, y'all. So Jaden kept saying to the public, we're going to try to keep this private and figure things out, and yet they kept getting spotted in public together by the paparazzi making out. In Dave's mind, there was just nothing private or respectful about that, and he honestly questioned whether Jaden was actually a real friend to Josh, because would you do that if you started dating your best friend's ex? Wouldn't you keep it private and completely go out of your way to avoid the paparazzi? Not doing that. Josh didn't make Nessa or Jaden the enemy, though. He just keeps remaining. He stays Switzerland, okay? If anything, he kind of blamed Mads for the situation, as I mentioned earlier. He wishes everybody could have just handled this privately before she threw it on social media. But you do what you got to do. When you get hurt, you act crazy sometimes. Not that she was crazy, but he called her crazy. You get the drill, okay? Another thing that happened, and Josh had literally no idea, though, that Jaden and Nessa were official until the podcast aired right then and there. Griffin Johnson was sitting in the room and he was just like, I don't understand how people can become official that fast. How can you be officially dating within 2 weeks of all this happening? And that's where Josh was like, yeah, are they even really official? And then Dave said, yes, there's videos of them making out everywhere. How can they not be official? And Josh was like, quote, I thought he was just kissing her on the head. And Dave had to break it to the news to him that this was a full-on makeout. And this is when you could see Josh is totally surprised, takes a breath, literally his breath was taken away. And he said, oh, quote, that's shitty. To say the least, Josh, to say the least. I can't imagine being Josh, but he's really taking it so well. Dave really brought up some great questions about whether Jaden is a good friend to him or not. But since he started dating his ex so crazy publicly, oh wow, I'm looking at these comments so fast. Poor Josh, I know, I feel bad for him. I hope he's doing okay. I hope that conversation with his parents was at least, 10 minutes long or something. I hope they gave some good advice. Maybe they're like, come back to Canada where we're neutral here. Have some pancakes, some maple syrup, the thing. Okay, what do they do in Canada? Film Riverdale? Okay. As for where Josh and Jaden's friendship stands, Josh really hesitated and said that's a really hard question to answer. He said, quote, it's hard to say fuck you. Excuse my French, because that's just not true, but it's also not true. So to say, yeah, I'm so happy with them. He's basically confused. As confusing as it was when I just read that sentence out loud, you guys. Okay, overall, Josh was a bit caught off guard, to say the least, because he's really trying to stay out of the loop and just protect himself, because at the end of the day, this is their hearts on the line, and his heart has been broken, and he just wants to heal, and he wants to do it offline. Oh, wow. Canada does more than film Riverdale. LMAO. I know. Hit me with good travel tips for Canada after this is over, okay? We are eventually going to go to a fun quiz about Lily Collins. So that will be a fun game to play with you guys. I can't wait. I'm always terrible at them. Don't you worry, child. We're going to learn a lot. I'm so happy you guys are popping the pop off in this chat. It could not be more fun. Oh yeah, girl code, bro code. Where do you think that started? There's girl code, there's bro code, and then there's Switzerland in the middle with maple syrup and pancakes, and that's where Josh is. He's just right in the middle. He had nothing to say about it all. All right, fans though, they have tons of feelings about it, you guys. I can't wait to get into later. You got to check back to more of our lives and our other videos about the little Huddy coming in on this whole situation, because there's him in the situation too, and he's got things to say. Honestly, I feel like, if I could be honest, I feel like Lil Huddy is living for this drama, because he's just far out enough of it that he's like not really under the flames anymore, but people are still talking about him, and he's loving it, living it, and they're probably streaming his songs. So yep, it's all working out. La-di-di. This is the eulogy of those TikTok romances. All right, you guys. Okay, well, you guys, okay, Darlene says, I love Hollywire so freaking much. We love you too, Darlene. You're amazing. Wow. We hope the best for all the relationships, though, and we can't wait. Oh, check out, just going to tell you guys, keep eyes out for more of our videos, because we have a really fun story on a TikTok baby coming to fruition, because somebody was saying, when do you think Nessa and Jaden will stay together? You're going to find out. We've got so many cool vids coming up. You just stay on Hollywire.com. You never change. Okay, youtube.com/Hollywire. You're already here. Don't click out of it. You know the drill. All right. Wow, 21st Century Vampire is blowing up right now. So true. You guys should really check out Lil Huddy's Twitter right now. It is popping off. Okay, I really want a golden retriever is back in the chat. And said, I think Josh should be sad, but I think it's all of their fault. I think it's maybe nobody's fault. This is what happens, but I also think you should really get a golden retriever and tell me about it. Nice voice. Thank you so much, darling. Okay, this is out of context, but Griffin shouldn't say a thing about being loyal, because look at what he did to Dixie. Griffin was just like kind of a nice, like, neutral party in there. Everyone was just really trying to understand the situation. Dave really was funny, because he just was like, I'm so much older than all of you guys. I feel weird even having an opinion. But he had a lot of opinions, and he really moved the saga along. So thank you, Dave. And he was wearing these crazy Miami sunglasses. Honestly, questionable. I was going to say questionable finances, but you know I'm in fashion. You know what I'm saying? The tea is still hot. You're so welcome, Amal. You're welcome. Yeah, we are living for it. We breathed it. I wish I brought in the map. Maybe it's in my bag, of the relationships I was drawing out yesterday to try to understand. It is so hard. There's so many J names, and you know what they say. If he a J name, he a hoe. So be careful out there. If you're dating a J name, just be careful. I've been saying that quote since like 2011. It was some meme and I stole it, and it still remains true in 2021, 10 years later. That'll be on my RIP, Margie Mays. It'll say, if he a J name, he a hoe. Only thing she was good for. Okay, I feel really bad for Josh. You guys are amazing. You guys, let's go to the quiz, okay? Let's talk about Lily Collins. She's beautiful. Okay, all right. So, as we do this quiz, put your thoughts in the comments. I'm notoriously terrible at this, so I need you to tell me what the right answers are, because I never get them right. Okay, Lily Collins trivia. Ooh, already don't know this one. How old is Lily Collins? 31, 30, 32, 33. So basically, that's so hard, Hollywire. 30, 31, 32, 33. How am I supposed to know? She could be any of those. Give me like a 45 in there. Oh no, okay, we got 31, 32, 33, 31, 32. Literally no one knows. Really? Really, Hollywire quiz? Okay, all right. I'm gonna go with 32. I don't know, 31 sounds right. 32, there's more 32s, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go. Ah! Oh, we got it right! Ah, she's 32. Okay, wow, she looks stunning in this picture. Okay, what movie did Lily Collins star in? Uh-oh. Oh gosh, I'm like nervous. Okay, Mirror, Mirror, Maleficent. Did I even say that right? I hope so. Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast. I feel like you guys will know this. I feel like it's Maleficent, no? Oh, mirror, mirror. Okay, Cinderella, great. Nobody's saying the same thing so far. That's helpful. Okay, come on, guys. Hit me with the answers. Give me something. Otherwise, I'm going to guess Maleficent. Hold on. There's always like a moment of pause. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of mirror, mirror. I also have never... Oh, here they go. Okay, everyone knows it's mirror, mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. It's Lily Collins. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we were right. Okay. Bing, 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 a doom, bum. Oh, gosh. When did Lily Collins get engaged to Charlie McDowell? Uh-oh. Yet again, they're making this impossible with basically the exact same date, just one thing changed. Okay, September 2019, September 2020, October 2020, or August 2020? Anybody have any idea? Daisy Delgado is giving me the perfect answer. It's ... We don't know. Okay, 2020, correct. She got engaged when she got engaged. That is the right answer, Hayden. I love that. Oh, I've got September 2020. Let's crick that. Let's crick it. Crick my neck. 1, 2, 3, September 2020. Oh, we're 3 for 3. Oh my gosh. Oh, she looks so beautiful here. Okay, where was Lily Collins born? Nana. Germany, United States, Ireland, or United Kingdom. Okay. Anybody know the answer to that one? Mirror, mirror. That's where she was born? She was born in that show? Really helpful, whoever said that jokingly. Oh, Hollywire said you guys are good. Oh, yeah, you guys are good. Okay, UK. We're getting a lot of UK. Let's do the UK. Oh, yeah, I love it. I love when you guys know the answers. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, I've legit never been 4 for 4. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, what was her backup career? Accountant would be very shocking. Ooh. Okay, realtor, accountant, journalism, or teacher. I'm feeling like journalism would be something that she would like. Because didn't she used to do journalism stuff? Yeah, I think it is. The one thing I know. Okay, Hayden agrees with me. Let's do it, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Oh my gosh, we are legit 100% right now, and we only have 2 left. I think I know this answer. Okay, what is Lily Collins' full name in Emily in Paris? Emily Collins, Emily Cooper, Emily Campbell, or Emily Cook? If it's Emily Collins, that would be really interesting, but I think it's Cooper. Somebody help me. Help. I need somebody. Help. Okay, I see a Cooper. I see a Cooper in there. I see journalism. Cooper. All right, it's Cooper. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, if we get 100%, I'm going to be so happy. It's going to be the best day ever. 1, 2, 3, Cooper. Oh my gosh, we are literally 100%. One more question. Okay, there better be some dog fans. Hey, Golden Retriever, this one is laying on you. What is Lily Collins' dog name? Oh no, if we get this wrong, I'm going to be sad. Riley, Red, Redford, or Rufus? Really? More R's? This is the hardest quiz I've ever seen on Hollywire so far. All right, somebody help me. Do it. Red. I see a red. Red. I see another red. I see another red. Okay, but there's also a Redford on this quiz. Uh-oh. Bryce says Riley. Oh no. Okay, red is just literally flying in. Okay, let's go with red. Ready? For the final of the day. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, we got it wrong! No! Really? Redford? Really? Oh! Okay, next time, we will get 100%. I will live a happy life. It'll be on my tombstone. J name he a ho, and I one time got 100% on a Hollywire quiz. So far, that can't happen yet, so I can't die yet. Okay, wow, guys, that was so much fun. You guys are amazing. I hope you had fun. And yeah, Hayden, Redford did us so dirty right now. No. And then Bryce says, no, bestie, don't go. I never want to leave you. Oh, wow. Did you guys have fun today? Did you learn a crazy amount? Because I sure did. Simply is laughing. I love when we have a giggler in the room. Wow. Oh my gosh, Ava, you got 8 for 8. Dang it. Well, actually, I'm proud of you. I'm just getting competitive with myself over here, but that is the best I ever have done. Proud, proud, proud. Wow. So Hayden says, should we cancel Redford? I'm not about cancel culture whatsoever. However, I'm a little frustrated. Yeah, Daisy, I also got 7 for 8. Bang, boom, firepower. Oh, Molly, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, you guys. All right, so what do you think about this drama? Should Josh be mad? How is he staying so Switzerland? And do you think he has good pancakes going back to Canada anytime soon? We want to know. I'm Margie Mays. Follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.